welcome to my Healthy Lifestyle Spontaneous Q&A Live. And today I have a very special guest, and we're going all the way from Stockholm, Sweden. No other than Miss Ulrika. Ulrika, okay, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So great to speak with you, Caroline.
Yes, so honored to have you here, and I'm so glad I got somebody from Sweden, and I really want to know about in Sweden the healthy living and lifestyle. So first, can you tell us what you do in the world, and also what your what's the healthy living in your area?
Yes, of course. Well, here it's nighttime now,
Yes, right.
which is a bit cool. And I've just been coming home from my holidays. We've been out
Mhm.
on the lakeside. What I do is that I empower families, especially mums, how to create a healthy and more balanced lifestyle, and especially if you have challenging kids. So that is what I do in the world. And now I've been actually living the Swedish summer dream. I've been up in the mountains
Yeah.
for a week hiking, and my family is also into fishing, so that's what my son's been doing. And now we're just being in
Yeah.
another countryside on the lake. So
Mhm.
I think that's what people do a lot. They get out a lot in the
Yeah.
summertime and also in the weather, in the winter.
Mhm. It's glad. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I can see all these photos you have that this the river. It's like really beautiful, so greenery and like the really clean. I love it, and just the greenery in the wilderness that you're sharing. Thank you so much for that. So, but I know, but can you help us or tell us about what's the really healthy living in lifestyle in Stockholm, Sweden? Because you pretty much more have more like winter in your summer, as you mentioned, it's not really like hot like we are here in Colorado. We're experiencing 90 degrees, like a 35 Celsius for you guys. So tell us your summer healthy living there. Mhm.
Yeah, so in the summertime, it's around, I don't really know how Fahrenheit that is, but around 20, 25 degrees. And that's actually quite warm for us. And as I said, in the summertime, it's a lot of outdoors.
Yeah.
So in Sweden, we have a saying that says there's no bad weather, it's only bad clothes.
All right.
So it doesn't matter if it's cold, we dress and we sit outside. So as soon as the sun comes out, everyone just, face up towards the sun, and then, we just really enjoy our outdoors. And as you said, it's a very clean living, like being outdoors, like and also the nature is very easy to access.
Mhm.
So we don't have so much, we have private land, but anyone is welcome to walk on the land, which means that we have access to the nature, which is then the rivers or the mountains or, just the forest. And I live in the forest as well. So
The-
one of the things that I love doing is just like to walk every day out in the forest and to live off the land as well. So,
Mhm.
pick the mushrooms and the blueberries, and use that in our cooking. So I think that's something that we do a lot, actually, as
Yeah.
a culture.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, especially like you're in the forest and your food, or like you produce, you're getting it like a wild like wild berries, like it's natural, but without this pesticide or anything that are harmful for your health, right? It's the best, right? Especially just grown it by itself. That's awesome. So anyway, what kind of? I just want to know what's the main like dish that you guys cook in your area over there. That's like what is best known dish in Swedish? Like
Well, if you would ask what's the national dish, would
or
probably be the Swedish meatballs,
yeah.
but it's probably it's not what we eat the most in our family. I would think we eat a lot of fish
Mhm.
and also chicken. That will be something, quite, and my husband is from Australia, so we eat a lot of vegetables in this household. That's coming from that part of the world as well. So
Mm.
but I think that Swedish cooking is actually, it is quite lean.
Mhm.
We don't really eat many fried things and things like that, so it's quite a like simple diet and quite fresh diet. So yes, it's good.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. Yeah, I can tell because I only know I love the Swiss chocolates, and then so far I know, right? But yeah, I can tell because you are living in a healthy living, like you are just simple meal that's really giving you the good nutrients that your body needs. And also you are in a really living in an active lifestyle, as you see, as you mentioned, you're living in the forest and like walking and all of that. So what lifestyle most people like they do over there? Are they more like active, or more like what, agriculture, or more technology, or what the kind of lifestyle they have in your area?
uh, I would say both. Like Sweden is very high on technology, and has been, so it's very on that area.
Mhm.
But also we live very close to nature. So even if you live, because I live in the capital city,
Yeah.
so even if you live in the capital, they can still swim in the water. We can
Uh-huh.
still ice skate on the lake.
Mhm.
It's very close. Nature is very close.
Mhm.
And also, as I mentioned to you before, yesterday we were out putting out crayfish pods in the lake,
Yeah.
and then we collected it the next morning and we ate it together with friends. That's something that
Mhm.
it's accessible. You can do that. And same, we went up in the mountains, we went fishing in the river, and then we actually ate it, for the evening meal with some, fresh potatoes and things like that. So
Yeah.
um, I think it's very accessible. So yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you so much for that, Ulrika. And my next question is, do you practice some? I know because you're just pretty much really living in a healthy way, but do you also practice some detoxing? Because I know we have a natural detoxing process already. What is your practices or your routine, or if you do some kind of like that, or like?
Yeah, when it comes to my health, I think it's more that
Mhm.
I try to eat on regular times. That's very important to me. Eat light in the morning, and
Mhm.
then eat a real meal at lunchtime, midday,
Mhm.
and then an evening meal. And I think that's also something that's typical for Sweden. I must say that, that's just thinking of that now, is that we don't eat the sandwich for lunch. We actually have a proper cooked meal. And even the children at school, they get that at school, like a proper hot meal,
Mhm.
which means, at least for us, that's how I feel. Like you don't feel like snacking,
Correct.
because you just get that nutrition in your body, and then you don't snack.
That's right.
So that's very important for me, to try to keep those hours. Um, Otherwise, in lifestyle, to get up in the morning, it's important for me to get up quite early. That's my best hour to gather myself and to stay calm.
Yeah.
um, because I do have, two children, both with additional needs, and I'm working full time, and having a lifestyle like everyone has, and that can get quite chaotic sometimes. So I also try to do some yoga, and I have
Mhm.
a traffic stop meditation routine that I do, which is really just to stop in the middle of whatever you're doing,
Correct.
not create, like, to feel guilty that, oh, I didn't have that morning routine, or I missed that. You
Yeah.
can always create a new moment.
Yes.
So, you just drop everything, and you just gather yourself, take a few deep breaths,
Mm.
and then you get going again. So
Yeah.
and get out, of course, get out
Yeah.
every day outside, get some fresh air and move your body.
Yeah. And to add to that, that's really a remarkable explanation you had. And to add to that, it's like when you feel in that way, kind of stuck, like overwhelmed or like chaotic, you're just gonna stop, like ground yourself. Just have a break
Yes.
for like 10 minutes. Maybe like just close your eyes or like have a nap at least that 10 minutes because it's very important to we're human. We're not a machine that will run really like you know what I mean. Think about it naturally. Um, but we get to listen to our mind, to our body, what telling us, and then to overuse that. Just rest it, just have a break, and that's an important thing. You know what I mean? So really sit you ground to healthy well-beings, to we cannot avoid stress or chaotic or overwhelm, but at least we can handle it and manage it properly if we just set ourselves grounding, like you said, meditation, and like pray or something like it's in a time management that you put in inside your daily activities, right? So my last question will be, what is at least three tips that you can share to the viewers or to anybody that want to make a change, that's a key for them to start with? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think a little bit what I shared about it's for me it is to
Mm,
have that calm in the morning.
yeah.
And for me, what that looks like is that I spend some time with God and just really, and breathe, and also let my try to be open and let my thoughts wander. To
Correct.
not have so much, the have tos, to really just be really.
Yeah.
um,
King.
and then it is to get outside,
Mhm.
um, and move and breathe some fresh air. And then it is that third thing is that to just have the the present, to stop in the present moment. And that is good if you have 10 minutes, if you have half an hour, that's good. But
Mhm.
I would just say also just just a single thing, to just like when you wash your hands, just
Yeah.
to stop and just breathe, like take a few deep breaths.
Mhm.
Or when you're standing in a line, or something simple. Or
Mhm.
even, because it's not always that you are aware of where you are in your body,
Correct.
but even have a little alarm. I have that on 5 minutes past 12 every day. I
Mhm.
have a little alarm goes off just to remind me, oh, I get to just stop now.
Yeah.
And then I just stop and just let go of everything and just take a few deep breaths, and then you get going again.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's how you make a shift when you're in that state. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, Rika, thank you so much for your valuable information to share us, and what kind of know we know from Stockholm, Sweden, a little bit about your healthy living and lifestyle.
Yes, so fun.
First time. Yes, and sharing all that knowledge you have. Thank you so much, Ulrika.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you, guys. Bye bye. Stay tuned for more.